Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into the episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show. What's up, everybody? Zico Kage first in here. Good morning to you, sir. What's good? What's good? King Blaze, what's up? Good morning, bro. Producer, good morning to you also. You know what I'm saying? Just Blaze. Kush, always a pleasure, bro. Wiz Khalifa all day. Stacy, good morning. How are you doing? Money Mike, hey. Money, 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 money. Money. Will I am. Greetings and salutes to you too, bro. King Lee, my bro, what's good? Alexander Gillian, good morning to you also. Producer, I see you right. Said Kush Lee Blaze wants, what's up with y'all? Y'all just saying what's good. Gregory Smith, what's good? What is good? Hey, listen, man, we have a good show today, man. Kind of tired of the media, bro. Like I've told you guys before, I preach that on here. It's not because I'm a YouTuber or anything like that or have my own channel. Is why I'm trying to like denigrate the name of the media. But it's because they're so ridiculous. Like, absolute ridiculous. And it's kind of ticking me off. Roy T, what's good, bro? Jared Thomas, what's up, what's up? You feel me? Like, it just irks me the way the media is. And we're going to go into it soon. And, of course, we got a little bit of nostalgia. Whoever grew up, Fred, if you were born in the 70s or 80s, trust and believe, this nostalgia is for you. I'm telling you, man. Definitely a throwback. Definitely a throwback. Definitely. So, everything's good so far. What's it called? Oh, before we even get started, because, you know, we got a lot of stuff to get into, the main topic. But I'm going to go into this one first just to review some of the NBA scores for today. Listen, man, I told y'all there's no way the Timberwolves are going to beat the Lakers in this first round. But whatever. So game 2 happened yesterday, 94-85. Of course, Lakers tie it up, right? Julius Randle looked like the high scorer for the Timberwolves with 27, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Anthony Edwards had 25 points, 0 assists. You're not winning no game with that little of assist. They literally stopped all the passing from the Timberwolves. That's all they did. That is all they did. The Timberwolves starting 5 had 8 assists in total. Yeah, I already know Ingraven's going to be there, King Blaze. Shouts to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and don't worry, y'all. We're going to touch on that Andrews thing, too. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, they're not winning this. I don't see them winning this series. I don't. The NBA does not want them to. They don't. LeBron James almost had a triple-double, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Of course, Luka almost had a triple-double with 31 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. I mean, no one else really did much. I mean, Hachimura had 11 and Reeves had 16, 5 and 5. But no one really else did anything. This was a defensive effort. Defense, sharing the ball. That was it. What is that? That's 20 between their starting 5. What is that? Let's say that's 23 assists just on their starting 5. The Timberwolves had 8 assists for their starting 5. Like, come on now, bro. Ball movements is exactly what I told y'all before with the previous game. This just flipped. Like, Anthony Edwards is going to score the ball. You know Luka's going to get points. He's going to fill up the stat sheet, stuff like that. But defense and setting up the fluidity of your offense is what wins playoff games. If you can't do that, unless the referees are giving you all the foul calls in the world, you're not going to win that playoff series. You're not. You are not. So, yeah, that happened. My favorite team, or my favorite players' team, lost yesterday, as you guys should already know. The Bucks lost to the Pacers, 115 to 123. Giannis, once again, was sensational. I don't even know how you even argue it. Giannis, I feel so bad for him. The man had 34 points, 18 rebounds, and 7 assists, and lost. The man put up Shaquille O'Neal type numbers and lost. Damian Lillard, 14 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds. Kuzma had 12 points, 3 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? But Bobby Portis Jr. came to play yesterday, 28 and 12. He definitely showed up. The rest of these other guys didn't. Siakam had 24 and 11. Nesmith had 16. Turner had 15. Halliburton had 21 and 12. He had a double-double. Nembhard had 17, 6 and 3. And they had another 14. So all their starting 5 for the Pacers were in double digits. And once again, passing the ball. You understand where I'm coming from? That's 18, what was that? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That 24 assists for the starting 5 of the Pacers. Yeah. 24. 24. Alexander, it's very hard for me. I catch snippets, but my favorite player is Giannis. I love the way he plays. The starting 5 for the Bucks had 19. Hence why it was so close, 123 to 115. People were knocking out shots, swinging the ball, but the Pacers just had more firepower. And Giannis has been unstoppable. Giannis has been undescribably unstoppable. You know what it is to have 34 points, 18 rebounds, and 7 assists? Like, bro, that's beyond filling up the stat sheet. You are like, and also blocks and steals. Like, come on now, bro. Yeah, Dame was getting cooked. He's not good in defense. He's a defensive liability. Like, and mind you, and I know we're going to touch on the Mark Andrews stuff, but don't worry, I got it. Because there's a part of it that I want to make sure, because you guys are usually there for my other videos too on the other channel, and you guys know exactly what I put out and certain stuff like that. So y'all know where I'm going with that, but whatever. Also, just to let you guys know, that was the only game that was played. Thunder beat the Grizzlies 118 to 99. Ja Morant, 23 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds. How can you jump like him and only get 2 rebounds? Just tell you, man, why I have so much respect for Russell Westbrook. Real talk, just being real with you. Eddie had 4 points, their center, 7 rebounds. D. Bain had 19 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. Jay Jackson had 26 and 6 for them. Almost their entire starting 5 did almost everything for them. But the Thunder, once again, had 3 guys over 20 points. Holmgren, 11 rebounds, 20 points. Jay Williams, 24, 6, and 5. You know what I'm saying? And Shah had 27, 8, and 5. So, yeah, they were, balling out of control. So now the Grizzlies have to dig themselves out of an 0-2 deficit. Guys, come on now. Be nice to each other in the chat. And guys, listen, I'm going to swing because we already know we're going to be talking about Shedeur today. I'm going to really go into that. But I want to make sure that I say this too. Y'all saw what I put out on the Mark Andrews thing, right? Now, I get it. What's done is done. He made the excuse that he said. He said, look, man, my gloves are slippery. Maybe I should have took them off. He had his existential crisis. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. That is the question. My problem is not only that. It's because during that, I told you guys that Mark Andrews gets a lot of flack for that drop. That's not what I'm saying. I give Mark Andrews flack because before the regular season started, I wanted to fully go Isaiah Likely. I told y'all that. I said when they inserted him last year, it messed up the chemistry, right? You should have just ran the gambit with Likely. But no, they gave the bulk of the snaps to Andrews, messed up the chemistry, and they lost versus, you know what I'm saying, versus the Chiefs. Now this comes back around, and it's not like Andrews had one bad play. I want to explain this to you. He had a drop in the second quarter that helped stall a drive, okay? He had a fumble in the fourth quarter that absolutely killed momentum and a scoring drive. It was fourth or third. I think it was fourth or third, right? Then, while we were trying to drive, remember, Zay Flowers is not playing. Bateman went down late in the quarter, right? Everybody is seeing Andrews. He makes one decent catch along the sideline. Then when it's time to go and try to score, he literally almost tackles Isaiah Likely and almost takes him out of the play while taking himself out of the play. Lamar was looking for him. The play when they were going to score, he almost stopped us from scoring there also. So my thing to y'all is, a lot of times, I speak in context, I speak in totality. A lot of times people don't speak like, oh, we just hate it because of the drop. No. He had one of the worst playoff games I've ever seen. Some of the things that happen with him, you have to almost act like, bro, this almost seems purposeful. It wasn't one mistake. If all he had was the fumble and the drop, I'd be like, look, man, even though I want to go with Isaiah, I mean, stuff happened. You feel me? That wasn't it. That was not it. And exactly, Lamar still got blamed for the Andrews drop. That's facts. Jared, I read that. That's facts. Like, can you imagine? And it went viral. And people are like, yeah, it could have been a better throw. Could have been a better. Like, so if you would have threw it here and missed it, you would have said, why'd you put it right into his gut? It's over. It's like over examination because you have to make it Lamar's fault. And after all of the horrible game that this man played, after all of it, he had no words for the media and left his teammates and quarterback holding the check. Bro, I got a problem with that. You make a mistake, you go up there like the man played the worst game of my career. I'm sorry. Y'all don't know how sorry I am for this. You know, we all work hard. I let down myself and my teammates. But guys, I promise I'm going to work hard. I'm going to make sure I make up for this. That I will not let this game define my career or define, this playoffs. That loss is on me. My teammates, we fought back and we had an ability to take the lead or even tie it up. I halted the drive when we were going to drive down, at least get a field goal out of it. And then with a fumble, and then I dropped the ball once again. To my teammates, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys. And I know you guys got my back, but I'm sickened. And I just want to say sorry to the fan base. I let you guys down. But I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this up. You're going to try to tell me if he didn't say that, you would have felt a little different about Mark Andrews? Context. He's the greatest tight end in Ravens history. He's top 3 as of right now. Top 5 at least. He's top 5 offensive players in Ravens history. I'm a team player, but I would have still Andrews in the face. Post game literally cost us the game. This man said he would have punched him. Oh my God, they blame Lamar because he said he pump faked before throwing. That you just like the arm pump quote, shaking my head. You know what it is? Because he's telling him, look, catch this here. And gave him the softest pass you could give him. And if he would have beamed the ball, they would have said, why did you beam it? It's wet and cold. If you soften the ball, well, it's too soft. It's if he would have, remember before when he put it out like this and Mark dropped it, he said, why did you have to put it out here? He should be able to catch it right here. There's always going to be hatred and blame on Lamar. Regardless, you hit somebody straight in the numbers and they're telling you could have gave a better pass. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Zay faced the media when he fumbled into the end zone as a rookie. Exactly. And it's not just this year. Andrews does this every playoffs. He causes multiple picks, fumbles, whatever else you want to say. The man is a problem. And then he gets hurt sometime in the game and say, I can't do no more. He drops over 20% of the passes directed towards him in the playoffs. You know how crazy that is? Over 20% of the passes directed towards you gets dropped in the playoffs. And y'all got me, and y'all thinking I'm hating. Oh, let the pass go. That's insanity. You're doing the same thing over and 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 over again, but expecting a different outcome. That's the definition of insanity. Yami, exactly. Josh and Burrow would have never gotten that. Never. And if you ask, and the crazy thing is, if you brought it up, they would say it's different. Lamar's a 2-time MVP. He gets paid so much money. That's what they would say. I'm not even asking you, because that's exactly what they were saying. It's like you get paid all this money to give a perfect pass. It wasn't perfect. Hit him dead square in his, right between his numbers. He didn't even have to go. He was like this. You run. Of course, he couldn't throw it to him immediately. He had to wait until he separated, gave it to him. He's wide open, hits him right here, right in his numbers. And you're saying, hey, nah, bro, not a good enough pass. Bro, it's nasty, bro. But once again, I told you guys, Mark Andrews, that whole ending sequence cost us the game. He almost stopped Isaiah Likely from scoring. So, if that would have happened, he would have stopped 2 scoring drives and dropped the 2-point conversion. And y'all like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Mark all day, baby. Mark all day. I love me some Mark. He's the greatest. He's Mandrews. Isn't he the best? Y'all have no loyalty. Andrews all day. Nah, bro. Get out of here with that. Antonio Williams said, so Likely gloves weren't wet when he caught his touchdown. Man, kick boulders barefoot. Jared Thomas and Dycher, the O-line again is getting the blame for the Eagles' loss from Mahomes. It's no longer his fault. Yeah. It's never Mahomes' fault. Never. Toddy would have never dropped that. Facts. Exactly, Yami PR, that dropped in 2019. And then everybody said, well, Lamar could have threw it better. It's like, so if you catch it here, right? Nah, it got to be right here every time. If it's not, it's your fault as the quarterback. It's nasty work, bro. Andrews all day. Exactly, he stunk it up. Because because once again, the refs weren't there to bail him out. They were bailing them out all year. We all knew that. The man was paid off. Let me tell you something right now. Listen. I promise y'all this right now. If I ever found out that Mandrews was paid off and he threw that game, yo, bro, I would probably go live for half a day. I'd probably be live for like 10 consecutive hours. Because I would, bro, for one, I'm going to tell you exactly what would happen. If I found out and I had proof, like audio and visual proof of him admitting to it, for one, I'm letting Lamar know immediately. I'm telling you, Lamar, I got to talk to you. I'll wait for you to hit me back. He hits me back. I'm like, yo, we got to talk. And he about what? I'm like, listen, whatever this is, we got to meet face to face. I can't put this on the internet. This is something crazy. It cannot hit the internet. I have to know that nobody knows about this but you. I would literally drive down to Miami, sit down with Lamar and his mother, and I would open up my laptop and I would show him, like, look. I would look Lamar in the face. I'd be like, did you know anything about it? If Lamar is flipping out and pissed off about, okay, don't question him, please. I'm going to go live about this. I'm letting you know this now. And the people, especially if I find out who paid him off too, listen, man, I might not even make it. So, I got to wear battle armor because you might come through and try to put bullets through this place. I'm going to go live for 10 hours and I'm putting it all out there. And I mean, I'm gonna invite Lamar to come on to say, how do you feel about this? Everything else. Lamar will be able to air his grievances. I would tell Lamar, tell EDC, tell Harbaugh, tell your other teammates that I need them to come on live. Please just let them know. If they don't want you, that's fine. But they're gonna have the ability to come on this platform live. I promise you, the minimum amount of time I'll be live for is 10 hours. The minimum amount of time I'll be live is 10. I would have water. I'd have snacks. I'd have one of those things that you wrap on your pee and you pee into, but drain the main vein. I'm dead serious with you, bro. I wouldn't eat, so I wouldn't have to do, the number twos or anything else like that. I'd be here for 10 hours at the minimum. Because you know what? I would be inviting you guys up also, Raven fans, to come on and air if that was ever true, bro, I would allow you to come in here and air your grievances straight up. I would figure out how to do it, go live, send you a link, say, all right, go to Twitter, send you a link, you come on, you're in the thing, bring you on, air your grievances. My God, I got soft turkey in my seat. Like anything, as long as y'all not cursing, y'all can say it. Straight up. If I ever found it out to be true. Like no one can say nothing to me. That would be the number one topic in sports. So then it would become like, bro, because God forbid if that was ever true, then the narrative would have to change. Like, yo, people out here getting paid off to stop Lamar from winning games. How? Okay, was that the only game? How many games has this been? Was the Macari hike? Was he part of it? Like all of these become questions. Why did Harbaugh do what he do? Is he in on it? Like all of that would become questions. Bro, y'all don't know how that would be. Bro, they better pray to God that would never be true. Because I'm telling you right now, I would go live on here. Only here. Because I want you to come to YouTube. I'd only be live here. I'd be inviting older players. I'd invite Tom Brady to say what he would do if he found out Gronk was throwing games. I would reach out to I'd reach out to Deion Sanders. Like, we would be on live for at least 10 hours. Legit. It would be crazy. Like, what I would do, I heard you know just how hard I tried to realize. But I see someone waiting away someday. Yo, bro, I would get everybody on here, bro. And you know what the crazy thing is? I would only do the live on this channel. So because at that time it would be all members. So only the members. For that, y'all are paying for y'all this service and everything else, y'all be able to see the live. I would then take the live and then put it on the other channel as a video that everybody can watch after. But y'all would get first dibs. You would get the live, and you guys would be the only people that can call in as members to this channel and be able to air your grievances. I'm dead serious with you, man. Like, bro, I'd be insufferable. I would question no Raven fan. No fan base could ever say I'm over questioning anybody after that. None of you. None of them. Because then if y'all drop anything or do something crazy, I'm gonna be like, yo, you paid off? Or are you in on the take? Like, bro, it would be bad. It would be really bad. That's crazy. Producer said Harbs definitely not showing up, or EDC. They would have to. Let me tell you why they would have to, God forbid, if that happened. One, because I'm the only source with the proof. It's one thing if it was just hearsay. It's another thing if I put out the proof on the live. They're going to have to address that immediately. Immediately, because we're in a social media world. That would trend like that. People would try to take snippets and put it up on Instagram, X, Facebook. It'd be it would trend everywhere. It would trend everywhere. The NFL commish would be updated immediately on it. They'd be putting out. Everybody would be putting out statements immediately. And I would tell them, I would say, look, if y'all don't want to come on here and talk about it, then y'all must be on the take too. That's exactly what I would say. I'd be like, how did you not know? Y'all didn't question some things? Like, if y'all don't want to come on, y'all trying to dodge me, cool, no problem. But then the question becomes, were you in on the take? Because there's been some questionable things that y'all have done. They'll get on here. They'll be like, oh, Nitro. We are so perturbed over a player that we held in high esteem. A player that we trusted. A player that betrayed us in the most inhumane way. His name is no longer Mark Andrews or Andrews. His name is Judas Iscariot. Oh, the silver that he took around Easter also. That's what we found. The Bible don't lie. Oh, bro, they be shedding tears, bro. You think it's a joke? Yo. Bro, I'd be insufferable, bro. I'm dead serious, bro. That drop is like the kicker who missed the field goal on purpose in that movie, The Replacements. You mind you, I'm not trying to start anything bad about Mark Andrews because I don't know that. And I'd pray to God that's not true. Because he would, if that ever came out, his career would be over immediately. You understand where I'm coming from? So you don't ever wish that stuff on players, right? Because for one, it doesn't just, it severs ties from their teammates. None of their teammates are going to look at them and say, oh, we understand. They're going to be like, yo, we busted our tail all year with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't ever want that to trend if it's wrong. But I'm just telling you what would happen if that ever was true. You understand where I'm coming from? I'm just saying. But once again, I hope the best for Mark. I've heard that he's a great guy. I heard he works his butt off. I'm just of the mindset I'd rather move on to Likely. But Mark Andrews right now, as of right now, is the greatest tight end in Ravens history. He has the numbers. He has the success. Yes, it was a massive letdown. His worst game of his career. He played last in the playoffs in last season. But once again, he's a context. You see how I do things? Context. I'm just telling you, God forbid. And that would go for any team. Could you imagine, could you imagine if, let's just say for the sake of argument, there was the Chiefs versus the Eagles. It came down to the last play. Eagles kicker shanks the ball all the way right. And then everybody finds out that the kicker was on the take. He'd have to get out of Philly immediately. Philly is not like Baltimore. Baltimore, from everything that I've read and researched, is very split. That's all I'm going to say about it. So there are safe places you'd be able to go in Baltimore. There wouldn't be a safe place in Philly you'd be able to travel to if that fan base found out you screwed them out of the Super Bowl. Oh! And the worst part about it is the police and them would be in on it too. Like, that's the ultimate, like, kick to the face, spitting in your face that you could do to a teammate or a team. It's finding out somebody on your team helped throw a game so that all of your hard work was for naught. Because that's what it is. Like, that's what it, what's it called? Guys, come on now. Come on, guys. Like, but once again, like I was saying, I would never wish that on anybody, but if that ever got out, if that's actually what happened, oh my God, it'd be a firestorm. It'd be a firestorm. For one, all of the Raven content creators would go live. Rogue Power Hendo go live. Coach Sit the Tally Films, he would go live. He'd be at his job, being like, oh, kids, get out of here. I gotta go live. He go live. Lunch Break Hot Take would go live immediately. Like, other fan bases would go live immediately. There'd be plenty of Twitter spaces. So that's why I would never pray for that to be. I would never pray for that to be true, because it would fracture the locker room. Because anytime you make a mistake, everybody on the team would look at you like, because in the back of their mind, like, yo, was that a mistake, or was that you getting paid and I didn't know about it? No, listen, guys, I'm not saying that Ing Raven would be live on it. Ing Raven, knowing the way he is, he would just be the most let down. I think that Ing would be more like, look, guys, I don't want to speak bad to the guy, but I don't know how you do something like that. You know, oh, Flex Zone would go live. Everybody would be live. Bro, God forbid, any team that would happen to, they would go live. If it cost them a chance at an AFC or NFC championship or a Super Bowl, oh my gosh. Bro, could you imagine, right now, if it came out that the ref that called the tuck rule was in on a take, what would happen? Oh! Even today, do you know what would happen? Bro, Raiders fans would be looking for that person. I'm telling you, that's what it would do. That's why I would never wish for it. I'm just telling you that what I would do if something like that ever came out. The Vault probably would just have my live on their live. 410 Sports Talk would probably do the same thing. They would just have my live. They'd be live, but my live showing up on their live and commenting on it as it's going on. That's probably what they would do. Yeah, Ing is such a good dude, bro. He would just be like, I'm disappointed. You know, I can already see what he would say. He'd be like, man, I'm just disappointed in. You know, I don't wish hate on anybody, but man, this one hurts. This one hurts. I don't know, you know. It makes you not even want to watch the game. I see. That's something that Ing would say. That's something Ing would say. Coach, Coach would be stroking his beard like, you know when I see you, right? Coach would be like, you know when I see what's gonna happen, right? Ing Raven would be the epitome of a professional. Mike Coleman, hey, what's good? I'm telling you, I've met the man, sat down with the man, I talked to him, we keep up with each other. Ing would be the professional through and through. And that's not a shot, that's not anything. That's just his personality. He'd be like, man. Now, lunch break hot take. Hendo. Coach. Bro. The Nuck If You Buck song would be in the background, real blasted. Nuck if you buck, boy. Nuck if you buck, boy. That little scrappy would be played in the background. We don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me, being bitch and me. You want me dead in the street, mouth full of blood and the soul full of ooh. I'm dead serious with you, bro. Harry and Foster said he played in NFL games that were scripted real spill is funny how it wasn't publicized by the national media because the national media worked for the NFL. Oh, Hendo would go crazy. Listen, once again, I'm big on people's personalities. You know what they'd probably do? They'd probably do a round table. That's probably what they would do. They'd probably do a round table. They'd probably do, like, coach, lunch break, they'd probably do a round table. And it would just go crazy. Sarah would probably not. She's a lot more willing to give her own opinion than, let's say, a Bobby. Bobby would keep it professional. Sarah would be more like, no, this is ridiculous. Like, you know how hard those guys work. You know how hard those players sweat. That's how Sarah would be. That's their personalities. Bruh, it would be ridiculous. God forbid, because I do not wish that on Mark Andrews. Just like I wouldn't wish that on Justin Tucker, right? Because there were times when people were saying, "Is Justin?" Can you remember when Justin Tucker was missing all those field goals? People were like, "Yo, is Justin Tucker throwing these games?" People were asking that question. I would never wish that on Mark Andrews. A game is not worth you losing the way how you earn your living or putting yourself in a bubble for the rest of your life. Because his name would always, it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Like wearing the scarlet letter. He would have the scarlet letter on his head. You know what I'm saying? And I would never wish that on any of the players. I've heard that Mark Andrews is not only a great guy, he's one of the hardest workers on the team. So I would never wish that on him at all. I pray to God that none of the players on our team, if any of the players on our team ever did, I pray to God that would never happen for the Ravens. Look, let that go happen in Chiefs world, Bengals world, Bills Mafia. Go let that happen over there. Don't let that happen over here in the Baltimore. Not for the Ravens flock. Because it goes like that. We fly together. We lose together, we fly together. That's the Ravens flock. We lose together, we fly together. What if I'm not looking forward to the Carter 6. You geeking. I'm not looking forward to that either. I'm gonna be real. Let him go to work, fumble, and drop somewhere else. He would be exiled from the NFL. He wouldn't be able to play in the NFL no more. What do you think? Like, that's a tarnish, not just for, if any player, I'm not going to use his name because I do not want that tied to Mark Andrews. If any professional player was found out that they were throwing games for money, that's the end of their career. They would probably get arrested, right? They'd get sued. It's the loss of the way that they earn their money. And their name would be toxic. It would lead every show. Could you imagine what would be the equivalent? The equivalent to that is like Travis Kelce dropping a game-winning touchdown and walking off the field and finding out that he took money to drop it. The equivalent of that is like Jamar Chase dropping a 70-yard touchdown bomb from Joe Burrow and everybody finding out he's in financial problems and he dropped it for money. That's the equivalent. He'd be blackballed. He'd be sued and blackballed. So that's why I don't want to put his name to it. I'm just saying what would happen, God forbid, if that ever happened, what I would do. If I ever found that out, oh my God. Matter of fact, and just to let y'all know that too, if I found that out about any team, if somebody sent me video proof of this person doing that, I'm not going live immediately. I'm going to their front office with it. And then after they get a wind of it and say, yo, this is real, I'm going live. That's exactly what I would do. I do that for any team. And even Bengals. Like, could you imagine, God forbid, like, okay, and I'm just using the Bengals for a thing. Could you imagine right now the Bengals finally meet a team back in the AFC Championship, have a chance to go back to another Super Bowl? Let's say their running back has a wide open wheel route. Everybody rolls to where Jamar Chase is. Joe Burrow pumps, throws it to him. Running back looks, catches it and throws it to the ground. Holds his head and is like, I'm sorry, guys. walks away, and then it's found out that he threw the game, I would go to Cincinnati. I would call the Cincinnati Bengals immediately. I'd get in touch because you know you can call their offices. I would tell them what I have. Tell them to get back in touch with me. They would get back in touch with me. I would show them what I got. Tell them, because you're not going to have it. I'm not going to send it to you so you have it. I'm going to show you the only version of it. Sit down with their people and say, okay, I'm going to go live with this. I'm letting you know. I would let Bengal fans come in on the channel and vent. That's just the type of respect that I got for the fans. Because that's what I would do. Regardless of if it was me that found it out, that's what I would do. So now don't say it's just rape. I'd be more mad if it happened to our team because I'm a Raven fan. But I would do that for any team. I would give the chance for all of those people to come over here and vent. So make sure you pay that little member fee, whatever, and then you get to vent. But guys, we're gonna pivot real quick to end up the show. So I know you guys, and this goes to almost some of what I feel like the media. Now, guys, the Shedeur Sanders stuff is just coming out of control. I'm gonna show you this. This is what came out about him. At that point, if it was about their team, three-piece, I know that we have, but out of respect, I would have to let them. That's the type of integrity I have. You see what I'm saying, LH? That was brought up when Justin Tucker was missing those kicks, right? People were saying, bro, is he throwing the games? That was a question people was bringing up. What's good? Oh, Sip's in here. Coach! Listen, Sip just came in. Coach, listen, man. I need to ask you this right now. You're in here. We brought you up. I'm going to tell you exactly what I said. I said that, God forbid, because I'm not trying to slander the man, if it ever was found out, I'm not going to give a name, that a Ravens player helped throw the game in the playoffs versus the Bills or anything, I said that you would probably be holding your beard like this and say, when I see you, I'ma see you. I said that you would go live immediately. You would stiff arm those kids and be like, yo, get out the way. I gotta go live. And probably later on, you would have a round table talk with lunch break, Hendo, and I forgot the other guy's name, but you know what I'm talking about. And I would go around a round table talk, and you would go off. And with Nuck If You Buck, or no problem by little Scrappy playing in the background. Am I right or wrong? Please let me know, sir. I'm telling y'all, bro. I could be wrong, but knowing Coach's personality, Coach would be like, yo, where my boxing gloves at? If you found out that a Ravens player was throwing games and we lost because that Raven player threw the game, what would you do, Coach? What would you do? What would you do, Coach? I'm dying laughing. What would you do? Tell me I'm 100% correct. I'm trying to tell you. And Coach, I'm telling y'all, Coach, Hendo, they would be pissed. Yo, bro, listen, man, it would be slander for months. Hendo, the amount, bro, I told you. He said 100%, not 90% correct, not even 95, but not 99.9999999%. The man said 100% correct. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I don't want to put that because, you know, people run with stuff, and I don't want to do that to him because there's nothing right now. But I'm just saying, if I ever, found out that a Ravens player threw a game, I'd be insufferable, bro. I'd be insufferable. Now, y'all know I don't swear and stuff like that, but the closest thing to that is what would I be doing? I'm giving tests and trying not to let... Coach is imagining stiff arming the kids like, yo, move out the way. I got to get to this camera. How dare this man? He called up his wife, honey, I'm on the way home. Coach driving, doing 90 miles on the highway, just like. Oh my God. Oh my God, my head. Oh my God, we went on a rant this morning, man. But like I said, any team would be like that. Any team would be like that. Any team, I'm telling y'all. All the fan bases would be like that. Some fan bases would be worse. I think the worst two fan bases that you could do that too, if a player threw a game and the fan base found out, the two places you'd have to leave immediately would be the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. You would have to leave the state. I'm not even asking you. Dallas Cowboy fans, Philadelphia Eagle fans. Matter of fact, I would throw Buffalo Bill fans in there too. If they found out that one of their teams threw games that cost them a Super Bowl, an AFC or NFC championship appearance or something like that, bro. The storm is over now. You have to leave the state. Philadelphia, bro. Philly, they're ruthless. They are ruthless, bro. And the worst part about it is the police would be in on it. The police would not protect you. Detroit would be bad. Detroit would be up there too. But I think those two are worse because they have the means. Like I think Detroit, you be able to go certain places to get away from it. You know what I mean? But Eagle fans, Dallas Cowboy, Dallas Cowboy, bro, they won't find you. They wouldn't find the player. No, listen, Kansas City, you'd be able to escape. You're not escaping Dallas. You're not. I'm telling you this, guys. Dallas, oh my God. Dallas Cowboy fans do not play. That NFC East, I don't know what it is with them. Their fan bases, for the most part, they don't play. They don't play. Now, mind you, you would get in trouble for a lot of them. I know that Baltimore people would try to come and fight you or some stuff like that. What's another team that would do it? Patriot fans would try to come and see you too. If you did that in Boston, oh my God, it's another one. But Philly and Dallas is worse. No, King Lee, they're gonna turn it. You ever watch that one movie, The Town, when they showed up in the masks and the cop looked at them and they just finished robbing the bank, they're like, and the cop said, and turned his back. That's exactly what happened in Philly. I'm not even asking you that. I'm telling you. Don't even take my word for it. Go on and ask a Philly fan right now that if a player threw the game and they found out and it cost them a Super Bowl, go ask Philly fans what they would do. Pittsburgh would be bad too. Pittsburgh would be up there too. Pittsburgh would be up there too. Pittsburgh would be up there too. Yeah. It would definitely be up there too. But once again, Philly, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, y'all don't understand how crazy some of these fan bases are. I would never wish that on a player because once again, like I said, you just giving up everything. The way you're going to get sued, you're going to go to jail, and you lost the ability to make money. You're going to be blackballed. It's going to be crazy. But, guys, like I said, real quick, they were talking about Shedeur, and I had a problem with this. I really did. We're going to go through it real quick, and then we're going to end out. You know, the media really pisses me off with this, and it's because this is just hate, right? They said an NFL assistant coach came out on Shedeur Sanders and said, the worst formal interview I've ever been in my life. He's so entitled. He takes unnecessary sacks. He never plays on time. He has horrible body language. He blames teammates. But the biggest thing is he's not that good, bro. And this came out, and you know what it reminded me of? When it came out, it reminded me of this. Now, I don't know if some of y'all remember this. But I do. I remember it vividly. It was when Cam Newton. Remember when the reports started coming out with Cam Newton? Try to tank his stock. And they were like, oh, he's very disingenuous, right? Has a fake smile. Comes off as very scripted and then selfish. Me first makeup. Always knows where the cameras are and plays to them. Has an enormous ego with a sense of entitlement that continually invites trouble and makes him believe he's above the law. Does not command respect from teammates and will always struggle to win the locker room. Lacks accountability, focus, and trustworthiness. Is not punctual. Seeks shortcuts and sets a bad example. Immature and has bad issues with authority. Not dependable. Y'all remember when that happened? That's exactly what this reminds me of with Shedeur. It's like you can't go at Deion because Deion has been successful and has shut down all the hate that a lot of you guys have said and did. But now it's like, well, we really can't go at Deion because Deion's proving all of us wrong. Let's go at his son. And I got a problem with that, bro. I'm telling y'all, Shedeur's going to be good. The Giants would be idiots. They are, remember, the Giants passed on Lamar Jackson twice. They did everything they could to go get on some Danny Dimes. And now they might pass with Shedeur Sanders. Bro, it feels like you're trying at that point. Trying. Stacy, NFL teams want Shedeur Sanders to come in more humble. NFL owners don't like the quote-unquote arrogant QBs, I guess. What are you talking about? Johnny Manziel was arrogant. Baker Mayfield was arrogant. John Elway was arrogant. Eli Manning was arrogant. It's ridiculous. And they let Saquon go. And thank you, coach. And they let Saquon go. So it's like you've done all of this crap, and now you're in that, bro. The Giants and the Browns. If y'all let Shedeur drop, and y'all, everybody knows that you're not going nowhere unless you have a decent quarterback. You don't have to have the best, but you have to have a decent quarterback. Neither of you got the quarterback that you need. You'll let a prospect like Shedeur Sanders go because of media? Bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you. When they come out and be like, oh, we're smarter than you guys. We know more than you guys. Yeah, right. I'll say this right now, and I don't care who it offends. I promise you, if I was the GM of the Browns or the Giants, I would do a better job than their GMs that they're doing right now. Guaranteed. I bet any amount of money. Any amount of money. Jay said Shannon's the prime example. What happens when you never settle down? Tried to pay her before it went public. Very interesting. Monique tried to warn him. Bruh, listen, when you're rich, and I'm not defending anything, but when you're rich, you're always a target. That's what comes with being rich and famous. That's why you hear a lot of rich people say, I'd rather be just rich and not famous. Everybody's saying, well, now she's taking his money. How many men have gotten divorced and lost half of their money? Like, either way, you're paying money. And mind you, I believe in marriage. I wholeheartedly do. But when you're making a certain amount of money, you are a target for marriage or not marriage. If you're tricking or doing any of that stuff, that's what it comes down to. This is professional sports. Everybody knows what goes on. This stuff goes down in college. And for anybody wondering, who's the girlfriend of Bill Belichick right now? Huh? Oh, so that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Like, this is nothing new. Hugh Hefner, this is nothing new. Nothing new. Do I agree with it? No, I don't. But let's not try to act like this is the first time we're seeing this. I mean, come on now. Like that gets to me like all of a sudden there's all these think pieces and everything about it. It's like, what about, Bill Belichick just became the coach of a college team with his girlfriend being 50 years younger than him. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, mind you, do I like it? No, I don't like it. Do I believe in marriage? Yes, I do. I think that the world would be different if people really got married, and I know divorces and stuff are going to happen, but if went into this saying that, look, we're trying to make this work. We're this is a team, you know what I'm saying? And we're trying to do it for the kids and everything else. Try to build a legacy. People don't go in there like that. How many players? Look what happened to Kevin Garnett. He picked marriage. California has a rule that after 7 years, prenups are annulled. I believe it's 7 years. And on the very hour that it was, the wife filed for divorce and went for everything. He was like, but I thought we were fine. I thought we were good. Yeah, I really don't like you like that. When you're rich and famous, you're a target. That's why people want to be rich and be quietly rich. Because you don't got to deal with people targeting you. $50 million. Mess begets mess. Exactly. And I know I think she's 23 or 24 now, right? Yeah. It's like she's like 23 or something like that now. But they met in like 2021 or something like that. Yes, go look it up. Yeah, it's happened to a lot of people. That's what I try to tell people, like, either way, when you're rich and you're famous, a lot of times you get screwed either way. So that's why I'm somebody that looks at it and says, you know, that's what comes off with rich and fame. Because once again, you're always a target. You're just always a target. That's why most celebrity marriages don't work. Even if they're like, why don't you marry somebody poor? Because a lot of times the poor person will do whatever you want until they can get your money, and then they'll leave. That's why a lot of them just deal with each other, because if you don't deal with people that are making what you're making, then they can take you for way more. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just facts. That's not me like choosing sides. I'm telling you facts. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? People can get about that all they want, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie. That's what I'm saying. This world is such a dirty place, man. It really is, man. You could do right by people, care about people, love them people, and they could do the most jacked up thing to you and screw you over. Now, once again, do I agree with everything that Shannon's doing? Is no. No, I don't believe in it's right. But if I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you're the worst person in the world. No, I'm not doing that. I refuse to do that. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
$50 million? And who you think you kidnapped, Chelsea Clinton?
You know how I do. I sit here and laugh about everything, though. Oh, man. $50
million? And who you think you kidnapped, Chelsea Clinton?
Oh. Yo, my gosh. Yo. This man said, look, I'll give you $10 million to go away. She said, half. She said, 20%. Half. If y'all know what I'm talking about, if you ever watched Bad Santa with Bernie Mac, y'all remember Bad Santa and he did that? And he goes, 49%. He goes,
$50 million? And who you think you kidnapped, Chelsea Clinton?
Oh, gosh. Oh, my God. Yeah, they're trying to humble Shedeur. Half. When he went, all right, 49%. He's like, half. He's like, what's 1%? Oh, my gosh, man. I love you guys. But, guys, that's an episode of the Wonder Kid Morning. Show Oh, and yeah, I know we do a little bit of nostalgia at the end of every what's it called? Half Eddie. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. We do a little bit of nostalgia at the end of every show. Now, guys, I'm in the 80s. I was born in the 80s. Okay, so I'm in my 30s, and there was a particular form of vehicle that every family, or almost at least 75% of the families in the United States, have owned at one point or another. And this vehicle was one of the hottest vehicles. And when I mean not hot being like, oh, selling just that, I mean hot. The heat in these vehicles, you'd be in there cooking. You'd be telling me, close the windows, but you'd be able to put down the back window. Right? Long vehicle. And oh my God, Coach! Coach knew exactly where the station wagon. Oh my God. The 7.4 liter V8 engines. It went in. That's how I do. And you can see the ozone, the deteriorating black smoke kicking its way out of the fenders, out of the exhaust pipes. Yo, listen, bro. You finally got one. First one to get it. That's right, sir. Bro, if you grew up with these, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody would have to put the windows down, and you would be able to roll down the back window to the back door, because the back wouldn't go up; it would go like this. The back window door would go like a regular door, and we'd be sitting back there with no seat belts. If there was a car accident, we all be flying around in the back like lotto balls. But tell you the truth, these are some of the most durable vehicles ever. These are all steel. I have seen one of these still on the road literally hit another car, and the car crunched, and all this car got was a dent. This was an all steel vehicle. All steel. And if you don't believe, I'm talking about 7-liter engines. I'm talking 5 miles to the gallon. You drive down the road, you got to fill up. You drive to your grandmother's house, you got to fill up. You're going to church, hallelujah, praise God. You got to fill up. My grandparents had a blue one. The blue station wagon. That was like 90, man. My grandparents had that one in like 93, 94, 95. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, those cars shooting with a missile. Ooh, still get you to point A to point B. Everybody's laughing, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Those cars, oh my gosh. If you grew up if you were born in the 80s or 70s, you knew. That's why Coach hit it so quick. Coach heard what? Oh, yeah, that's a station wagon right there, man. I'm telling you, bro. And if those cars got into an accident, all the kids would never sit on the seats. Those are for either the older cousins or the adults in the car. The kids sat in the back. And if you got into a car, the kids would just fly around like lotto balls like this. If you got into a car accident. But because it was so strong, you would never fly out of it. You would just hit the window like, ugh! Like that's all you would hit. Cast iron mobiles, crazy. I don't want to give up my exact age, man. I can't do that. But do know I was born in the 80s. Past everything but a gas station, yo. Oh, man. We had the listen, I'm going to do that another day. But we had the vans, too. Those old school caravans. Come on now, bro. Come on now, man. This is life we talking about. Y'all know I done had it. My dad was a mechanic. Like, he went to the army to be a mechanic, an army mechanic. So a lot of the family vehicles that needed fixing is something that my father did. My father would, oh my gosh. And because we were at church, you know how it was growing up, they'd be in the driveway with bricks under the car, fixing underneath it and everything else. And Dad was doing that for a lot of church people and stuff like that, man. I'm telling you. People say that I'm a Virgo. I was born in August. So, yeah, I'll tell you that much. I was born in August. And all the ladies I've ever dated say that I'm a Virgo. So I must be a Virgo. So I'm not a Scorpion or whatever that is, Scorpio. Never had to experience this. Thank God I'm good off that. Bro, we all in the back, high off the fumes. Like, what's up? With the curtains. My dad's old Caravan had curtains. My dad's old brown Caravan had curtains. Man, it's crazy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And once again, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful morning. I will see you later with these vids. And y'all know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Oh, yeah, guys, if you want to donate to the channel, you guys know how to do it. Hit up the Cash App, okay? It's in the description of the video, okay? But I'm out here, guys. Have a wonderful day. The 8-track player, we'll talk about that another time, too. Peace. Yerp.
Finish him, Daddy.